It was in 2005 when, on the initiative of the Union of Armenians in Russia and the World Congress of Armenians, a solemn ceremony devoted to the national holiday of France, more exactly to the anniversary of liberation of Bastille, was held in Moscow with the participation of ministers of foreign affairs of both Russia and France. During that ceremony, it became known that the President of France, Jacques Chirac, had signed an order according to which the Ambassador of Goodwill of UN, Ara Abrahamian, was awarded with the highest reward, that is, with the Medal of Honored Legion. And what kind of medal is it? It was founded by Napoleon in 1802, and as a rule, it is awarded to all those who have in one way or another contributed to the development of France. Ara Abrahamian has really done a good job in the development of French-Russian ties, said the ambassador of Russian Federation in France, Alexander Avdeyev, in his speech given to Itar-Taz. Ara Abrahamian is the co-director of the French-Russian Dialogue Social Association that was established on the initiative of the President Vladimir Putin and Jacques Chirac. He has supported the erection of the monument of unknown soldier in one of the cemeteries of France, devoted to the 16th anniversary of the Second World War. The ambassador of Russian Federation stressed that Ara Abrahamian's activity in French-Russian relations is distinguished not only with warm feelings, but also with concrete actions. The ambassador also dwelled on the fact that, to his mind, French people had awarded him with that supreme reward very correctly, because Ara Abrahamian, in these new conditions, is the active participant of the establishment of French-Russian cooperation. As very many times stressed specialists, during recent years, especially in the sphere of economics, French-Russian ties have become stronger, and in all this, many specialists appreciate at its true worth the input of co-directors of French-Russian Dialogue Association, Mr. Abrahamian and Mr. Schweitzer. Quite recently, within the frames of the official visit of the French Chancellor Dominique de Villepin to Russia on February 13th, a solemn dinner was organized on behalf of co-directors of the company French-Russian Dialogue Association. During the meeting at the President Hotel in Moscow, over 300 representatives of the upper class of both Russia and France, as well as cultural figures, were present. Ara Abrahamian had the opening speech, and afterwards the French Chancellor had the floor. Dominique de Villepin, in his thorough speech, emphasized the importance of mutually beneficial cooperation, one more time stressing the personal input of the co-directors of French-Russian Dialogue Association, Mr. Abrahamian and Mr. Schweitzer. The meeting was preceded by the meeting of Russian and French members of the cooperation who shared their points of view. The members of the meeting were very optimistic and evaluated at its true worth the results of 1 year functioning of the association in the spheres of confirmation and strengthening of ties between the entrepreneurs of both countries. Afterwards, in President Hotel, an official ceremony of handling the state rewards took place. The chancellors of both Russia and France, Mikhail Fratkov and Dominique de Villepin respectively, were present. After greeting all those present, Mikhail Fratkov handed the medals of Friendship of Nations to Louis Schweitzer. After expressing his appreciation, Mr. Schweitzer said that from this time on, with his colleague Ara Abrahamian, he will try to strengthen Russian-French relations and economical ties. On the same day, on behalf of the President of France, Jacques Chirac, the Medal of Honored Legion was handed to the Ambassador of Goodwill of UN, Ara Abrahamian. Handling the most supreme reward of our country to Mr. Abramian, French government recognizes his huge input in strengthening the ties between both countries in economic, political, and humanitarian spheres, said Dominique de Villepin. He also dwelt upon the energetic and very fertile activity of Mr. Abramian in the post of President of the Union of Armenians in Russia and the World Congress of Armenians. Quite sincere was the speech of the Ambassador of Goodwill of UNESCO. After expressing his gratitude towards the French Chancellor for such a warm and sincere treatment, he expressed his gratitude to the political figures of France for such a high appreciation of his job, expressing that France is not only the friend and partner of Russia, but also the second motherland for thousands of Armenians. And as an ambassador of goodwill from this time on, he'd do everything possible to strengthen French-Russian and Armenian-Russian relations, concluded his speech Abramian. One day later, in President Hotel, a seminar was held, which was devoted to the development of Russian-French cooperation in the spheres of electronic productions. The seminar was organized with the help of French-Russian Dialogue Association by the Ministry of Informational Technologies of Russian Federation, as well as with the assistance of the Center of Industrial and Cosmic Researches.